Hey everybody, welcome to Grace and Fire. My name is Glenda. I'm starting the Grace and Fire Upcycle Challenge 22, and I'm standing in front of my magnolia tree because I'm using some branches off of it that I'm going to upcycle, and I thought maybe I would show you what I'm going to do with that. I'm also going to take you to the thrift store and show you what I buy for $10 or less, and how I'm going to incorporate that into my decor outside. So if you're interested in joining me, use the hashtag Grace and Fire Upcycle 22, and let's share ideas and see what we come up with. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I do with branches off of this beautiful magnolia tree. Now, of course, what you see is gonna actually stay, but I did some trimming off of it because it was actually growing up into my gutters, and I can't have that. So down on the ground, I have the branch that I've cut off, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to cut this branch off, and we're going to try, we've already kind of cut some of these down just a little bit, just to kind of break it up in different pieces. I'm going to hold on to my twigs. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those, and then we have this branch as well. So I need to get this piece cut off, and then I'm going to cut off all of these little pieces of branches as well in a second. So let's do this. Separate. I'll be good for that saw. And then now we're just going to take the handheld and we're just going to cut off the little branches. I think we're going to use the little one. Almost could use. Okay, so I had to switch and go get my Black & Decker little loppers, and I'm just trimming it down. And the way that they're not exactly the sharpest, they're not the best. The way that I'm looking at this is I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. So this has a V on it. So I'm looking at it from this way, and I'm going to keep this branch, and I'm going to cut this branch off. Okay, so now I've got a nice big long piece. I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of these. I don't mind a little bit of whimsy on the end, so I'm going to leave that. And then with this, I'm going to be doing the same thing because I would like to use that as a branch. Let's see. I realize this makes it longer, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to keep that one. But I am going to repurpose this piece. I'm going to stick that up there, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with some of these smaller pieces. Can't pop this in the garbage worth nothing. Okay. Alright. So there's that. Okay, so let's get these. Oh wait, I've got some more down here.
There's twine there.
Yep, there's twine.
Got nails and hammer.
Yep.
Saws, and she's got her branch trimmers.
Yep, and that's Mr. Grace and Fire helping me out with the camera. He's also assisted me with this project. So it's not just me doing it. know that that's not exactly straight, but I kind of like that whimsy to it. So we're gonna leave that. And we've got that piece. He went ahead and he's cut that one down. So, all right, now I've got this one that I've got to deal with. I really like that piece, but I feel like it could hurt somebody. That won't be good. So let's go ahead and cut that off. That off. Okay. Now, I know this is longer, but I kind of like this thicker piece. So, and because my scissors are not very sharp, you kind of have to twist it. It's a tip that I have. Okay. Alright, so now I've got my piece all nice and cut. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is just kind of, I think we'll just set it down on the ground. What do you think?
It's up to you. Whatever your layout's gonna be.
I think so. That way we have an idea what we're going to do. I'm going to put those up on the side. See if you guys can figure out what we're making. I think if I do it like that, actually I'm going to want a little bit longer because I need it to poke into the ground.
It's sticking out from the bottom.
I think like that. That looks good. What do you think?
Might want the same distance as the other one.
Yeah, I'll adjust that. And then we're going to get this piece right here. Alright. Set it up. I think I like that. I like how it's a little bit on the whimsical side. And then take some of these bigger branches. Whatever I can't use with a nail gun, no big deal. I'm probably going to need to trim a couple of these down. No big deal. Is this coming together? I use twine.
Sometimes nails won't go through certain width of branches.
Nope, but twine.
So you make do with other nails.
Yep, you use twine. So let's see. I think I really like. I think I want this to come down a little bit further because I really want to make sure I can get that in the ground.
You guys can get a better look right here.
It is, and we're just going to hammer it in to start with. We're going to see how that works, and if it doesn't, we're going to upgrade to screws, but this is kind of our preferred method.
Either screws or the electric nailer.
So here we go. I'm going to take that, and we're going to switch it around. All right. I'm really excited about this. You can kind of see what we're up to. So I trimmed this down, oh gosh, what, about, I don't know, how long ago, babe? A couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
About a month ago.
About a month ago. So we've been letting this dry for about a month.
And you can also tell it's not all the way dry because of the green.
Yeah. Yep. So here's what he's talking about.
It still has life in it.
Yep. That's okay. It'll dry completely out.
It will dry.
And then this one, I don't know if we can scooch that up any. Yeah, I don't know that a nail
I'll have
can.
to twine that.
That's okay. I think I'm gonna twine the top of it anyhow. So whatever we have to twine, no big deal. So I'm gonna do something a little bit optional, but I'm left with all of these twigs. This actually came off of the branch that we needed for the brace. So I have some green. That's okay. So all I'm doing is I made a knot and I'm just adding. I've got some twine. You can get cheap twine from Dollar Tree, so $1.25 for a roll. I've just had this now for a year or so. And I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna wind it. I don't mind that the leaves are on it, they'll fall off when they're ready. I'm gonna try to make as many incorporated as possible. And as you can see, it was a magnolia because there's the beautiful magnolia. So we're just gonna wind it up. And the key to this is just to make it as tight as possible. Okay, so I think that's pretty good there. I'll take my little scissors and then I'm going to loop it in and I'm going to just tie a little knot around one of the little stems. I'm going to just leave it there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to come down here. Okay, that some of it fell, no big deal. Grab me up some more. Let's see, I don't care for that one. I want some that is a little bit on the bend little side. Again, grab the twine.
It's good to have not the dried branches.
Yeah.
You want them at least to have some green in them if you're going to bend them.
Yeah, some pliability.
Yep.
Yeah. So then all you're going to do is just wind it. Kind of looks like I'm making a swag. Again, I'm going to trim it. Make a knot as tight as you possibly can because eventually this will dry and the branches will fall out. I mean, if they do, you just tuck them back in there, right? And you don't really want to have to mess with that. Okay. So I need some more branches for down here. Totally making a mess. This is not perfect. But hey, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? This is point. It smells good too, because it's a fresh tree. And I think I've just about got it where I want it, size-wise. some branches to stick out. Okay, tie it in a knot again. Okay, and then this is just going to I don't want perfection. If you're looking for perfect, not the person for you. I'm more about rustic and making it look natural, because in nature, nothing ever looks perfect. It's all over the place. So, okay. I like that. So then, we're going to do this. Let's see. Set it up perfectly. Tie a knot around this just to make sure it stays. Make a bow. There we go. And then here we go. Got a wreath on it. Put down, tie it down. Just to make sure it doesn't move. Alright, let's see. I like that. That looks really good. I like the leaves on it for right now. It'll all fall off. Let's see. The other thing I was going to do, I want to trim. Okay, some of the branches didn't take. No big deal. Again, we're not going to
Did it pull apart? Is the nail still there?
It's still there, but what we're going to do, we're going to tie a knot around the branch, tie it up on to here, and then it will stick from there. There we go. I love it. Perfect. All right, now. Well, this is how it turned out, and this is where we placed it. It's our little garden fence. I think it turned out spectacular. I love the magnolia leaves on it. I just love the whimsical look to it. It's not perfect. It's, wood grows crooked and in different shapes. It's thin, it's fat, it's curvy. It's just beautiful. I love the way that nature grows things. Anyhow, what's planted in front of it is dahlia tubers. So these will grow up in front of it, and I can just imagine this is going to look spectacular this summer. And this is the edge of the girls' big chicken run. So that's kind of cool. Anyhow, if you like that, hit the thumbs up. But hang tight, because I'm going to show you project number 2, and it's my thrift store project. How many of you guys ever go thrift store shopping? I mean, it's something that I really enjoy doing. So on this day, I actually went out looking for an item to upcycle. I really wanted to make sure that I stayed in under $10 for this project. And I was just looking at everything. Look at this. I found an farmer's almanac, and it caught my eye, and I thought it was so cool. And of course I had to take the little dish off of it and open it up and kind of take a moment to look through it and to admire something from the past. I mean, this is so, so cool. I had never seen one before, that old at least. So I'm looking around still, and I'm still not seeing anything that caught my eyes. It's neat to see all the little pieces of history, though. But I did have my budget that I wanted to stick with, and it was important for me to stay, within that budget. But man, there's just so many cool things at this thrift store. Look at all those dishes right there. I thought those were so cool. And the plant stand, I just absolutely love that. And I mean, can you see those chairs? Especially the one with the wing back. I mean, that was so cool. Well, look what I found. I found my basket. And this is actually what I'm going to use to upcycle with for my project. I just love the design of it. $5.77. All right, the first thing I did is I turned this bag inside out because I don't want the sides to show through in the basket. And then I cut some slips. And then I cut some holes on here. It's for drainage. I'm going to put that down in the basket, and then I'm going to fill dirt. I'm not going to cut the top of it until the dirt's in. So let me do that, and I'll bring you back when I've got it filled. Now I've got all my edges cut to where I want it, and as you can see, I still have a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that over here in a minute. All right, so I opened this up, and I have basically it's a lily stargazer. So it's a lily. I think I'm only going to put, let's see, maybe, I don't know how viable these are. They've been sitting in my garage for a year, so I don't know. If I have to thin these out, that's okay. So we'll put a few in here. Again, I'm probably over planting, but that's okay. We're gonna put 3 in here. We'll see what happens. All right, so then the next and final step for this planter is to tuck the edges in to make that look pretty. So I'm going to do that, and I'll bring you back when I've got it all ready and it's in its final place. I really like the way that this fence turned out. It cost me $0. It's just a magnolia branches that I had to trim down anyhow. And what a great way to upcycle something that I already had. The basket came in at $5.77 from the thrift store. The dirt I got from Costco. I used maybe $2 of the entire bag. The tubers I had from last year. So yeah, I'm in under $10 for this entire project. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And if you'd like to be part of this collaboration, make sure you use the hashtag GraceandFireUpcycle22. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope to see you next time, and I hope that this project's inspired you to upcycle something, hopefully for your garden or around your home. We'll see you next time. Bye.